Today I'll show you how to automatically generate viral videos like this using n8n. So everything runs on autopilot, growing your audience while you're sleeping. So here is the original TikTok account with these baby podcasts. As you can see, many videos has gotten to over 1 million views. And let's quickly check this out.
That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Yup, and all these hoes laughing like so funny.
So you kind of get the idea why this content might go viral. We have the bad baby, the Dr. Phil interview, and everything is kind of babyfied. And here is my video created and posted entirely by AI. Let's check it out as well.
That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Yup, and all these hoes laughing like so funny.
So as you can see, the quality is also quite high. So today's video will have 3 parts. First of all, I'll give you the system overview. Then I'll explain exactly how I built it inside n8n. And finally, I'll give you my free template so you can start using the system for yourself. But before we begin, I want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Oleg. I'm an AI software engineer. I have the bachelor's in maths and computer science. Then I worked for 3 years in big tech firms as an engineer, developing AI systems using LLMs and neural networks before it was that much hyped as it is right now. And then I started my own company to build AI systems for businesses. And currently I'm focused on the systems that are automating content creation and marketing. So let's begin with the system overview. Here is the whole workflow inside n8n. It's quite huge. It might look a little bit overwhelming, but it actually is quite simple. And right now I will explain to you the high level logic behind the system so you understand overall what is happening without diving too much in detail first. So the system has 5 main components, and the first one is generate a new video idea. So this part is connected to our Google Sheet database. Let me show it to you real quick. Here we have all the videos that the system generates. So we have the title, we have the status, we have the video link, because all of the videos are saved to your Google Drive. And then finally, we have the YouTube link. So initially, it takes already existing ideas from your Google Sheet, and then it puts everything inside the AI agent that will generate a new idea. And the cool part here is that the agent is looking at what was already generated, so the new idea will be completely fresh. It will not duplicate the ideas. This is super important. So here is the big prompt, and here I'm explaining what type of content I'm looking for. And then we're going into the second part, which is generate an audio. Here we'll generate the prompt for the text that our persona will say during the video. And then we're using ElevenLabs, which is the best, by far the best third-party API to generate audio. We'll use it, generate the audio, and then we'll put it all to the servers of hedro.com. Let me show it to you real quick. This is the third-party API that helps you generate the video, and it is famous for generating very high-quality lip sync. So if you have the image of the person and you have the script, what the person needs to say, they will generate the final video with the perfect lip sync, and we'll use it in this application. So we're uploading this audio on the Hedra servers. Then on the second part here, we're generating an image. So first of all, we'll generate the prompt for the image generator, and then we'll use OpenAI Image 1 model that is super high quality and generate the image of the very cute baby. And then we will put it all as well on the hedro.com servers. And then we're going into the fourth step, which is generation of the video. And here we're just triggering the hedro.com. It already has everything it needs, and then it will generate the final video. So once it is generated, we're going to the next stage where we're saving the video on our Google Drive, and then we're uploading it to YouTube. But here it is marked as unlisted because first of all, we want to review it. Maybe something went wrong and we don't want to make it public yet. And for that reason, everything is being saved to the Google Sheets. So here, as you can see, all of the videos, they have statuses, and originally the status is review. Then once you're satisfied with the video, for instance, you're going to YouTube, just switching the status from unlisted to the published to the public, and then you can switch the status here to posted, for instance. So you're tracking all the videos inside your database. Or if you're not satisfied, you're just selecting rejected, and you also know that, okay, this video is not going anywhere. So at this point, hopefully you understand the whole idea behind the system. And if you like this content so far, please subscribe to my channel, because it will help me create high quality content about AI systems for content creation in the future. And now we are getting into the second part, so I will explain to you every single node, how it is set up, and what you need to tweak if you want to change the system somehow. So it all begins with two triggers. First of all, the schedule trigger. Obviously, it is set up to run every single day. So every single day a new video will be generated, but you can also test it manually. And then we connect it to the Google Sheet account. Here you will need to connect it to your own Gmail account. And then we're selecting the document and the sheet in it. Then we have all the ideas that are already generated. Then we're joining it using the code node. This code is quite simple and it was written by ChatGPT, so you don't need to know how to code to write stuff like that. But here you don't need to change anything. So in this node, you will need to connect the node to your own Google Sheet, and I will provide you the template so you will be able to copy the Google Sheet, and then you will be able to delete everything that I have and populate it with your own values, with your own videos. So after these two steps, we're connecting to the AI agent, and this is the tool agent. So it has basically AI model connected and also the structured output parser. We don't actually need the agent to be here, but for me, it was just a little bit more convenient to play with different models. So as you can see, we have a big system prompt. So we're explaining that this AI agent should act as a viral content creator, and then we're explaining what type of ideas we're looking for. And then here is the prompt explaining that here are the ideas that we've already used, and please generate a new one. So here in the system message, you might tweak it somehow depending on the type of content that you want to generate. And then we're also connecting it to the structured output parser, because I want the output to be in the JSON format. We have two main fields in here: character, which can be Elon Musk or Jason Statham, whatever, because we want to play with famous people. And then the topic of the discussion, what the person will be speaking about, right? And JSON is basically like keys and values. The key is character, Elon Musk. Key is character and Elon Musk is the value. Then the topic is key, then here topic is the value. It's just a template for the agent to understand the format in general. So then in this node, we have the GPT-4o connected, and then we're moving into the main meat and bones of the system. Here's another call to the OpenAI API. Here we describe what is the type of audio script that we want to generate, how the text of the person should look like. And here we're passing the topic that was generated previously, and then we're explaining the style and all other small details of the script that we want to reflect. Now we'll get the script, and then we'll use the API of the ElevenLabs, which is super easy to connect. At the third part of the video, I'll show you how you can copy the system, copy the whole template, so you don't need to build all it from scratch. And also I'll explain to you how to connect to all the other APIs, for instance, ElevenLabs. And here we're just using our credentials predefined in here. I already have all the credentials saved. So as you can see, API, ElevenLabs, Hydra, OpenAI, and many more. And then here I'm just passing the text that we want to create an audio from, right? So once this node is executed, we have the audio file, and here we'll use the Hydra API. So as you can see, also we have the credential created in here, and then in the JSON, we're basically saying that the name is this, the type is audio, and we're kind of showcasing that we want to attach the audio file. And once the audio is created, then we're running this simple code that creates the JSON payload that we will further on send to the Hydra. And here we're sending it all to Hydra. So we're sending the audio file as well as the metadata. So it is all saved on the Hydra's servers. So here you will probably don't need to change anything. You only need to change the prompt of the audio that you will generate. In the second parallel part, here we're generating the image prompt. So also describing the style, how we want our baby to look like. And then we're using OpenAI image API, also from the predefined credential selected in here, we're generating the image. And here we're also defining the size of the image. And then here, since this node generates the image in some weird format, we then need to convert it to actual file. So once this node is executed, you can press view file and you will be able to view the image that was created. And then we're uploading this file in the very same manner to the Hydra servers. So we're creating the image asset, and then we're once again creating this JSON payload, which will be then passed to the Hydra servers along with the file. So everything is finally uploaded. And then we're merging all that. So this node is a simple merger. It combines different streams into one. So in this case, we had two parallel parts of the logic, and then it is all combined. And then we once again preparing some sort of the JSON payload that will be used further on down the line to trigger the video generation inside Hydra. So here you also don't need to change anything. We're going towards the next node, and here is the whole payload, but also another prompt describing what it is inside the video that we want to generate. So once we have the audio file for the person speaking and the image, we still want to describe what is the scenery that is happening. And here we're just describing that this should be a podcast, how the background should look like, how the emotional movements should look like on the face of the person, because the model needs to understand how to animate it properly. What is the target look that you are going after? So once this is fine, here we have to wait for 5 minutes. It is a big room for error because different images, different videos, they might take different time to be generated depending on the length of your audio file, obviously. But in this case, 5 minutes is more than enough. And then we'll use this node to make the request to hydra.com, also authenticate it with our Hydra credentials, and then we will get the video ID. And once we have it, we'll be able to download the video. So after this node is executed, we will actually get the video file. And then we're connecting this node to our Google Drive. Here you will need to connect it to your Gmail account, and then we're using the file name, which is basically the title that was generated even back then in here. We're naming the file like that. It is going to the specific folder that I created initially. So you will also need to create this folder on your Google Drive where everything will be saved. So I could select any of the folders, but I selected this one, which is dedicated. And then I will download the video once again before uploading it to YouTube. And then we'll go to the YouTube node. Here is the connection that is created using the Cloud Console from Google. It's not super straightforward, but I will explain it in a bit. And here we're also selecting the title that was created before, and then we're also attaching the video. And here we're selecting the privacy status to be unlisted, so the video is not public yet before you have reviewed it, right? And then we're saving all this data to our Google Sheet database. We're selecting the title, then we're saying that the status is review, and then we're attaching the video link, which is the link to our Google Drive folder and the video file inside, and then the YouTube link that we've just obtained from the YouTube uploading. So as you can see, the whole workflow is quite simple. Every single node is not that hard to set up. There are only a couple nodes that you might need to tweak potentially, but other than that, you will just copy the whole template and you will be good to go, which is super convenient. And now, as promised, I'll show to you how you can copy and set up this system from my template for free. So first of all, let's go back to the n8n workflow section. And by the way, if you don't yet have the n8n account, you will need to create one. So you will go to the n8n.io like this. And here you will press sign in or get started, and you will be able to create an account for free. Once you have an account, you will log in to your workspace, and here you will see nothing if you're new to it, or some workflows. And then you'll press create workflow, and then here you will have 3 dots on top right. You will press here, and you will select import from file. And you will need to use your file, which I will attach down below. It will be uploaded to the Google Drive. You will download my file called babypods.json, and then you will select it here and you'll press open. And once you press open, all the template is uploaded to your n8n instance. so you don't need to replicate every single node, which is amazing. And the second part, you will need to copy this database, this Google Sheet database, also from the link down below in the comments. So once you copy it in your Google Drive, then you will be able to set up the whole workflow in here. And here we'll just need to set up a couple of the API connections, which will be super easy. So first of all, we'll go from the left side to the right side. We'll open this node, and here you will connect your Google Sheets account. So here you will press create new credential, and here you will just press sign in with Google, which will be super easy, right? Then once you have this connected, here you will select the document, which you've just copied from the link down below. Mine is called Baby Pods, and here you will select the sheet, just the sheet 1, which is super easy, right? And also, once you're creating the system for yourself, you can also just erase all of those columns, all of those rows. Just press here delete rows, and then the database will be empty just for you, right? So here we've set it all up. Also, let's go to the right side. In here, Google Sheets, also you will select the credentials that you just created, and then you will select the right document and the right sheet. Super easy. Then we're going to the next node, which is the AI agent, and here you will need to connect your OpenAI API. Very simply, press create new credential. Here you will use your API key from the OpenAI platform, just paste it, and then the whole connection is set up. And then you will also use it in these two OpenAI nodes. Let's open this one, just select the right account, and everything runs perfectly here as well. And then in this node, here we're doing the HTTP request because this image generation is not yet supported natively. For that reason, we'll need to create a new credential. So here you will press generic credential type, then you will press the header auth. It is this option, header auth. And here you will press to create new credential, and you will need to paste the name and the value. And let me show you my own credential. So here I'm opening this one. So the name should be authorization, and in the value you will need to write the bearer space the API token that you are using. So also very simple in this part, just bearer space API token. If you have any issues, comment down below, or just run the simple OpenAI query, and you will be able to set this up easily. Once this is set up, all the related to OpenAI is running smoothly. This is good. Also in this part, you can tweak the prompts however you need to according to your business goals. So then we're going to the ElevenLabs. Also very simple. You will go to the ElevenLabs.io. You will create your account, you will create your API key, and then here you will need to create the authentication. You will select the generic credential type, then header auth, and then here you will once again create new credential. You will call it XI API key, and here will be just the API key without the word bearer. So you will save it, and after this step, the ElevenLabs is connected smoothly and perfectly. And then in the same manner, you will go to the hydro.com, also create your account, and also create your API key. So let me just show it to you how it works. You are in Hydro in here, you will press, I think here, you'll press the API, and here you will see the API key. You will be able just to copy it. So very simple. So let's open one of the Hydro nodes. In here, we also have the specific credential created for Hydro. So you will press generic credential type, Hydro auth, and then you will press create new credential, and you will, let me show you mine. So here is also the name X API key, and the value is your key. And the beauty of creating the authentication in this manner, once you've created it once, then you can select it in all the other nodes. So as you can see here, we created the Hydro authentication, then we're going to this node, and here we're just selecting the same Hydro auth. And we're doing the same in here, in here, in here, and all the other Hydro nodes. So very simple. You need to do it only once. And then once Hydro is properly created, then we are going to the Google Drive. Here you will just also press create new credential, and this authentication you will need to do that using the Google Cloud Console. And let me show you how to do that. So just type console.google, I guess it's like that. Let's just search it, Google Console, and let's see what pops up. So here we'll need to authenticate. So let me just quickly type in my password. So here you go to the APIs and services. Here you press auth consent screen, and here you go to the branding. And here you will need to paste authorized domain n8n.cloud if you're using the cloud version of n8n. And then you'll go back to the left side. Here you will select credentials, and in credentials, here I have the auth 2.0 client ID. You will need to create one if you don't have it yet. You will press create new credential. You will create auth 2.0 application, and then you will just click on it. You will open it up right here. I don't open mine because it will reveal my credentials. On the right side, you will see your client secret and your client ID. You'll need to copy it and go back to the n8n, and you will need to paste here the client ID and here the client secret. And once it is here, it will also offer you to authorize using the Gmail, and once you do that, the whole credential will be set up. I know it is a little bit tricky, not super convenient, but this is the way. And on that note, the G drive will be connected. Also here you will just select the same credential. And then finally, when you're going to the YouTube, you will need to do the same thing. Just press create new credential. And here you once again will need to paste your client ID and client secret and authorize using the Gmail. And once you did that, then the YouTube is connected. You can also connect here the TikTok, the Instagram, whatever platform you want to connect. YouTube was just the easiest option in my case. And at that point, the whole system is set up. You can actually press test workflow and it will be executed. It will create a new video and it will save to the whole database in here. And once you're satisfied with that, you can just press from inactivate, you can press activate, and then every single day a new video will be generated by this system for you, uploaded to YouTube, and you will be able to review it. If you enjoyed this video, check out another one where I built an AI system that helps you create viral Instagram Reels by analyzing what is already viral in your niche.